Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I will be doing a Q&A. I know that this Q&A is long overdue, guys. Don't chastise me, but as you can hear in my voice, I am sick. I have been sick, so that is why I was not able to do a sit down video. I was just doing vlogs, because that would take the attention off me. Anyway, let's jump into this video, but before we do that, don't forget to like this video, comment, share, and subscribe. Okay, so the first one says, not a question, just keep doing you. Thank you so much. I'll definitely try keep doing me, because the me that I want to do, it's hard. Okay, it's very hard, but I will be trying. I will try to continue to be me. The next question says, how is everything going? Child, I think I posted this Q&A 3 to 4 weeks ago. I think it's 4 weeks ago. And trust me, if I had done this video 4 weeks ago, you wouldn't want to hear the answer to this question. 4 weeks ago, I was suffering. When I tell you I was suffering 4 weeks ago, I was suffering physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, everything you can think of. I was suffering. So I was going through I'm still going through series of sickness, pain, all of that. As you can see, as soon as I jump out of one, I have another. I had the viral infection, and then that left, and I got something else, and then that left, and then now I don't know if it's a viral infection, but it feels like when I had a viral infection. And because I wasn't going to work from being severely sick, I don't have money. So financially, I'm also not there. I'm going through it. And because I'm sick, obviously, spiritually, I'm gonna kind of fall back. I can't do as much as I can. I can't go out to worship because I can't mix with people while I'm sick. So it's very hard. And you all know seasonal depression. So mentally, I was also going through, because imagine not seeing the sunshine for so many days, and then you have been sick. You have to just be home in this dark place, depending on the electricity for light. It's mentally draining. And I don't know if I was sick emotionally, but I guess with all of this, my emotions were all over the place. So I guess all of them. But now I am learning to appreciate my situation. I realize that maybe outside of winter, as soon as the winter is gone, I will feel better. Like my sickness I won't be sick anymore, I hope. So I'm just not focusing too much on that. So now I am in a better space. I'm trying to convince myself that it shall pass. So I guess everything is getting better now. And I just did some reflection, and I realized that you have to also be graceful and grateful. They go hand in hand, kind of. So I am now grateful for what I have, whatever situation I am in, and I'm also graceful. I'm trying to apply grace to myself, trying to remember where I'm coming from, where I am now, instead of focusing where I want to go. So yeah, I said a mouthful, but y'all see what's up. What's your favorite trend right now? I'd say my favorite trend is like the thing that's going around where they say like an American accent, and then they say the Jamaican accent. I like that. I don't know if this is what you're looking for, like if this is a trend, but I like that one. And I also like the one that says, I am so and so and so, of course I'm gonna so and so and so. Like I'm Jamaican, of course I'm gonna have my own accent. That type of thing. So I really like that trend, because it really shows me that I am not alone in what I feel or think sometimes. Sometimes you think that as a Jamaican, you're the only one who goes through this. But then when you see these videos, you realize that, oh, other people are going through it. So I like that trend. The next one says, when are you visiting Saskatoon? I should have convention in Saskatoon in June. So if I get to go in person, that's definitely when I'll be visiting Saskatoon. Outside of that, I don't see myself visiting Saskatoon before that, because I don't see anything there that I want to do or places there that I want to visit. So I don't think it makes sense for me to just go to Saskatoon. Like, what's there? Who's there? You know, so I don't know when I'll be visiting Saskatoon. If there's an event, I will go there. Or, as I said, I'll go there for convention. But outside of that, I don't know. I don't see anything special that I really want to go there to see. So I guess June it is. Do you feel the taxes in Saskatchewan are unbearable? The thing is, you see, certain questions, like I don't know how to respond because I'm so different, you know. I don't really sit down and think about taxes because I know they're inevitable. So I don't say, okay, you pay 10% taxes in Saskatchewan, you pay 5 in Alberta, you pay 20 in this, so I'm just gonna go to Alberta because Alberta is cheaper. That type of thing, I don't do that. I just know that wherever I live, I have to pay taxes. And I do know that some taxes are more expensive than others, but that wouldn't really be the determining factor for me to go somewhere as opposed to another place. But anyway, the question is if I think the tax is unbearable. I've never thought about it, so I really can't say. I don't even know the percentage tax, to be honest. I have to look it up. When I get my pay, I just focus on what I am getting after tax. And that's it. It has been like that since I was in Jamaica. Since I know myself, since working, I have been paying heavy taxes, whether I'm in Jamaica or I'm in Canada. So I don't focus on paying taxes. I just know that I have to pay them. So when I get my pay stub, I just look at what I'm taking home. So never have I ever said, okay, I work $10 per hour. So if I work 5 hours, that's $50. So I'm expecting $50. But when I get my pay stub, I see $40 or I see $30, and that's unfair. I don't really look at it like that. So I don't know if it is unbearable. Like, I really can't tell. I don't sit and mind taxes like that. So I don't know how to respond to this question. Like, I don't know. Sorry. The next one says, would you advise a family with 3 kids to migrate to Saskatchewan? Childcare concerns and wait list. A family with 3 kids. You did say childcare and waitlist concerns, but before I get into it, I'm gonna say that if you want to migrate to Saskatchewan for reasons outside of childcare and waitlist, then you have to weigh the pros and the cons, because nowhere is perfect. So you might find that, first of all, I've heard that everywhere in Canada has childcare concerns. I don't know. I've only lived in Saskatchewan, Regina to be exact, so I can't speak for these other places, but I've heard that everywhere has childcare concerns. That aside, I would say weigh the pros and the cons. What if you get a good paying job? What if you and your husband, well, you didn't mention husband, but what if you find a job where you can go around childcare concerns? What if your kids go to school and they don't necessarily need childcare? There are ways to go around it if it is that you see where the province is good in other areas and this is definitely where you want, then don't let childcare prevent you from coming here. But in terms of with, like, I don't know, I can't compare it with other provinces because I don't know much about other provinces, but I would say the childcare admittedly really sucks here, but I've seen people who have big kids were born here in Saskatchewan and they get big and they've never used childcare. So like I said, you can find ways to go around it. If you have to use it, you don't have to depend on the government childcare. There are childcare institutions here or people who do childcare. But if you want the subsidized one, which is I think 200 and something per month, if that's not the amount, I'll put it on the screen. The wait list is obviously going to be long, but if you can pay somebody $1,000 or $800, some people take $5, then you can bypass childcare, right? Considering you are coming to Saskatchewan because you're getting a good job or for whatever other reasons. So I wouldn't say let childcare deter you from coming here. I would say find a way to work around it, or if you have other more important reasons as to why you want to come here, don't let childcare be the one to demotivate you. But yeah, people here have multiple kids and they are doing well without the childcare. There are also people here with multiple kids who have childcare. It's just that if you want the cheaper childcare, you have to wait a longer time. So this one says, can I do a 1-year program, take my family and then get PR? Master's completed. Master's completed. Is it that you already have a master's degree, or you're saying that you're coming to do a master's degree? With the new change, well, at the time when you sent this question, things were different. But with the new change, I think effective January 22nd, I think people who will study in Canada September 2024 until 2 years later, you cannot do a 1-year program and get postgrad work permit unless you're doing a master's or a PhD program. Regardless of whether it's a 1-year, 2-year, or more, you can get your postgrad work permit, which will help you to get PR somewhat. If you're doing a master's or a PhD, you can get a spousal open work permit for your spouse to come, and I'm assuming you have kids as well, so your kids can come with you and your spouse. If you're just doing a regular 1-year program, based on the recent update, I don't think you can take your family with you. But if you want to come and still do your 1-year program, that can give you points for your express entry if that's the route that you're planning to take. You can still get a few points there, not much, but you can get a few points there for express entry. So when you're finished, you can go back to your home country and apply for PR there, and then you can take your family once you have enough points to qualify for the express entry scores. So you don't necessarily have to stay in Canada on a postgrad work permit. Studying in Canada is just to give you points that you can use, for example, in the express entry pool. So you can also look into that. But with the recent update, if you're not doing a master's program or a PhD program, it's kind of bleaky for you and your family. So maybe you want to just rethink that, or if you don't mind going back home after your studies, you can do that and then apply to get your PR. But if you have a master's degree, like I said, I don't really understand the question, so I'm just answering it both ways. If you already have a master's degree, you can just get your master's degree evaluated by WES, and it would give you equal amount of points that you would get. It's just that you wouldn't get any points for studying in Canada. So I'm not sure what your points is like for express entry or whichever route you're planning to take. So if you already have a master's degree, is it that you're just doing a 1-year program to get points for studying in Canada? If that's the case, then you can still come and do what I explained earlier in the latter part, where you just come, study, get the points for the 1-year program, and go back home and apply for your PR. The next question says, is it true that if you visit Canada on a visitor visa and get an official job, you can apply for work permit and then PR after 2 years? Okay, a mouthful there. So you visit Canada on a visitor visa. You can, if you get an official job. Now, official job is what we're looking at here. You have to define official job. Any job can be official, but it has to be an LMIA job. Once it's an LMIA job, they will be able to put in the paperwork for you to get a work permit, a closed work permit, and then you will be able to apply for PR as soon as you're qualified for the route that you're taking. You don't necessarily have to wait until after 2 years, and this is where a lot of people go wrong. I did a video debunking some of these myths. It didn't get a lot of views, but it's very useful. You can go back through my playlist and look at that video. Many people think that you have to work or study in Canada for a certain period of time in order to get PR. That is not true. You don't need to do that. Once you are qualified, you can apply for PR outside of Canada. You can apply for PR while studying in Canada. You can apply for PR while working in Canada. You don't have to wait on a specific period of time unless the program that you are taking or the route that you're taking specifies otherwise. So for example, if you are doing the SINP, the student stream, then you know you have to work for 6 months before you can apply. So that would be a condition of 6 months. But I don't recall seeing any program. I'm not saying that there isn't any because I've never looked into all programs, but I can't recall the ones that I've looked into state that you need to work 2 years to get PR. So I guess you are gonna work. I guess you mentioned that because more years you have working in Canada will give you more points, but it's not a lot. It's like 2 points each year or 3 points each year, so it's not a lot anyway. But once you get an LMIA job, you can get a work permit and you can start looking into programs that you qualify for, and then you apply for PR as soon as you're qualified. You don't need to wait any period of time before applying unless the program specifies otherwise. And the final question says, please confirm if this is true. If someone had applied for PR and leave Canada and the PR is processed while still out of the country, would it be an issue for the person to re-enter Canada? Okay, so I kind of hinted at that in the last video that I did on my PR application process. There will be an upcoming one explain, because people reach out to me wanting me to explain, but like I said, because of my condition, I couldn't do any sit-down videos, but this one is coming. So I hinted at it in my video on the whole process of me getting PR, where I said I am lucky that I came back in the country before getting the ECO PR. I call it Eco PR because I can't bother say ECO PR. So I kind of hinted at saying I almost didn't make it back to Canada. Now let me get into it here. So if you apply for PR and it's being processed, you can travel to and from Canada freely. The thing is, if you get the Eco PR while you are outside of Canada, then you won't be able to come back into Canada because you cannot re-enter Canada without a PR card or a travel authorization. I don't remember what it's called, if it's PP, I think it's PPTD, something like that. So if you're outside of Canada and you get the Eco PR, what you can do is you can contact IRCC and let them know that you're outside of the country, so you won't be able to get your PR card. Can they send you this document that you can use to travel to Canada? Some people just let the PR card go to their address in Canada because the PR card can't go anywhere but your Canada address. So some people just allow the process to run its course and get somebody to send them the PR card. I don't know if that's legal, so I cannot confirm, but the thing that I was advised to do is to contact IRCC, let them know that I'm outside of the country, and they will send me, the embassy will send me this document for me to travel back to Canada. Or before traveling, before leaving the country, if you feel like it's gonna come soon, you can contact them and let them put your application on hold, or you can contact them and tell them that you're traveling. Can you do it as if you're outside of the country? Because there's a part in the PR process where they will ask you if you're in the country or outside of the country. It's specifically for this purpose. So you can just say you're outside of the country and they will process it as if you're outside of the country, so you won't have to worry about getting back inside. So yeah, once you're outside of the country and your PR application is processed, meaning that you get the Eco PR, all your visas are cancelled. So if you have a visitor visa, it's cancelled. You cannot travel on it anymore. If you have a work visa, study visa, whatever visa you have, you cannot travel on it anymore. It's now your PR card that you will need to travel on or travel with. So you have to contact them and let them know that this is your situation and you would like to come back in the country, or you just don't travel if you can't, or you risk it like me. I have a US visa, and if you have a US visa and you are stuck outside of the country, meaning you got the Eco PR while you're outside of Canada, You can go to the US and find the nearest border to where you're going, and you can have somebody drop you there, or once it's not a public vehicle, so once it's a private vehicle, they can cross the border, or they can take you to the border and you walk it over and you call a cab to take you to where you live. I mean, it's very expensive, but that's the only way outside of what I just explained of coming back to Canada. So that was my plan. That is why I left, knowing that my application was processing soon. So guys, this is the end of the video. Thanks to everyone who sent their questions. Like, y'all are real MVPs. I got 9 questions and I'm so grateful. I am grateful when you comment on my videos. It's your way of encouraging me to go on. Not that I'm not grateful for others who can just watch, because some people can only watch from their TV, and if you watch from your TV you won't be able to comment. So I still appreciate that. I still appreciate you liking the video, but when you comment and you share, y'all are real MVPs, because that's how YouTube will push out the video for our community to grow. Okay, so thanks again for watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next upload. Bye.